If you've ever seen people claiming they're making hundreds or even thousands of pounds per month from match betting, you're probably thinking one of two things. Either there has to be a catch or it sounds too good to be true. And to be honest, I thought the exact same thing when I first heard about it. But match betting is actually one of the most proven ways to make money online in the UK, and it's been working for over a decade. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how match betting works, show you a step-by-step full example, and get you profiting today. So first of all, what actually is match betting? Now, despite the name, this is not gambling. You're not trying to predict outcomes. You're not relying on luck. Instead, you're using bookmaker promotions, so free bets, and structuring your bets in a way that you cover every possible outcome. Now, this means that you know exactly what the result is going to be before you've even placed your bets. So think of it like this. Instead of us betting on something, we're simply going to be placing two bets against each other that cancel each other out and therefore unlock profit from these free bets. So before we understand that, we first need to understand two different terms: back bets and lay bets. So a back bet is just a normal bet where you're betting for something to happen. For example, you're betting for Liverpool to win. Now, a lay bet is the complete opposite of that. We're betting for something not to happen. So if you place a lay bet on Liverpool to win, you simply think they won't win, i.e. the draw or Liverpool to lose. So here's a simpler way to think about it. Imagine you and your friend are watching a game of football and you say, "I bet this team will win." And then your friend says, "I bet this team won't win." That's the simplest version of a back and a lay bet. You're backing that this team will win and your friend is laying it, i.e. betting against that. Now here's an important part that people don't always realise. So when you place a bet with a bookmaker, you are the backer and they are effectively laying your bet. Because let's say you place a bet on Liverpool to win, they're effectively saying, "We'll take that bet because we believe that Liverpool won't win." Now this shows that every bet has two sides to a bet. You always need one person backing the bet and one person laying the bet, these two opposites. So now you're starting to understand the terms back bets and lay bets. Let's start to look at this in terms of match betting. So let's head back to our initial example in terms of Liverpool to win. So let's imagine we head to Bet365 and we place a bet on Liverpool to win. With match betting, you then need to head over to Exchange to place your lay bet, which we use Smarkets for, and place a bet on Liverpool not to win. So now let's look at the different scenarios based on these two bets. Okay, so scenario one is Liverpool win, so you win your back bet and you lose your lay bet. Scenario two is Liverpool don't win, so you win your lay bet and you lose your back bet. But no matter the outcome, you're going to win one of your bets and lose one of your bets. So these two bets effectively just cancel each other out. So now you understand that, you're probably thinking, okay, great, but we haven't made any profit. The two bets have just cancelled each other out and we've broken even. Well, this is exactly the point. However, this is where the strategy starts. It doesn't finish here because you don't profit from normal bets. You profit from free bets and promotions, which we'll get onto now. Now, bookmakers offer things such as if you sign up and bet £10 with us, we'll give you a £30 free bet. Or if you bet £5, we'll give you a £20 free bet. Now, their reasoning behind this is simply to attract new customers. So they expect you to see the offer, sign up, use their free bet and then continue gambling. But what they don't expect is for you to sign up, use their free bet, place a lay bet against it to completely remove the risk, and then turn their free bet into profit as long as you follow the following steps correctly. So here's how that full process works step by step. So the first step is simply placing your qualifying bet. So placing that first £10 bet, because remember, the bookies don't give you your £30 free bet instantly. They require you to place a £10 bet. So what we're going to do is place our £10 bet as a back bet, place a lay bet against it. These two bets will cancel each other out and we'll make our money back. However, placing that £10 bet unlocks your £30 worth of free bets. Now with these free bets, we're going to do the exact same process. So place a £30 free bet as a back bet, and then with your own money, place a lay bet against it. These two bets will cancel each other out and remove the risk. Now, however, you're in profit this time because that £30 free bet wasn't our own money. So when they cancel each other out, you'll make around sort of £24, £25 profit. So it really is that simple, but I can understand if this is your first time hearing about the process, it can be a little bit overwhelming and confusing. So I'm going to take you through a real life example. However, you can follow along with me by signing up to our free tier at AI Profit, where we walk you through a free bet sign up offer to make you £25 profit today. Okay, so in the description of this video, I've attached a link to sign up to our website completely for free. And then once you do, you get here. So this will take you through a sign up offer where we'll be making £24 profit. It will also have a video breaking it down in more depth. However, let's get into how we do a sign up offer. So the first thing to do is simply sign up to Coral's bet £5 and get a £30 free bet. So click this link, it will take you through to Coral's sign up offer. So as you can see, click here. You'll sign up to Coral, and that's the first step done. So if you remember from before, the next step is to place your qualifying bet. So we're going to be placing the £5 bet to unlock £30 in free bets. But when doing this, we want to ensure that we don't lose our £5. So once we've found a bet, so click this button, find me a bet. As you can see here, we'll be placing a bet on the horse Wicked Thoughts for the Taunton event at 3:45. So what we're going to do is place a £5 bet in Coral. So head over to Coral, find Wicked Thoughts. The odds are 3.75. Stake £5 and place that bet. We're then going to go back over to Air Profit. We're going to do the same thing in Smarkets. So you can use this button here. It will take you straight to Smarkets. Wicked Thoughts. Now the lay button is here. So you're going to click the lay button. So we're placing a bet against Wicked Thoughts. Go back to Air Profit. We're copying the stake. So place £4.69. So copy this, head back over, paste that in, and then you'd click that lay bet. Now, if we go back to AR Profit, you can see summarized what's actually happening. So we can actually go to this summary table to see what's happening. So if our back bet wins, i.e. the bet on Coral wins, on Coral we would have made £13.75 profit. However, we would have lost the money on our lay bet, so the £14 in Smarkets. So overall we would have lost 32p. And the same for if the lay bet wins. So if the lay bet wins, we would have lost our £5 on Coral, but we would have made £4.69 on Smarkets. So again, we would have lost only 31p, which is fine. A little small loss is fine to get us through to the next step where we have the £30 in free bets, and we're going to do the exact same thing to make our profit. So if you can remember from before, I mentioned that the free bets are where we make our profit. So this process is exactly the same as the qualifying bets in terms of you place a back bet and a lay bet, except with the free bet, this is where you make your profit. So in our case, our bet was on Henry Hawk. So you place your £5 free bet on Coral and then a lay bet against it on Smarkets. And then in the summary table, you can see how we make profit. So if our back bet wins, so that free bet on Coral, we're returned £35. However, we would have lost £31 from our lay bet in Smarkets. And overall, that would return us £3.84 in profit. Now on the lay bet, so if the lay bet won, we would have lost nothing in Coral because again, it's a free bet. However, we would have made £3.80 on Smarkets, so from our lay bet. So again, overall, we would have made £3.80 profit. So again, this isn't much. From here, you can only make £3.80. However, this is from one £5 free bet. You still have 6 remaining free bets to go. Now, one thing that we haven't really touched upon are why odds matter so much. So to maximize your profits, your back odds and your lay odds need to be as close as possible, because when they are, this will minimize your qualifying bet losses and maximize your profits on your free bets. Now, technically, we can do this manually. So we can search the web and try and find back odds and lay odds that are as close as possible. However, this is very time consuming, and there's no guarantee that you'll actually find the best opportunities. So this is why we use software to automatically find the best opportunities and maximize our profits, as well as saving us so much time. So time for the important question. So how much can I actually make doing match betting? Well, from what I just showed you there, that was a sign-up offer. So when you sign up to a betting company, they give you a free bet and you turn that into profit. Now on our website, we have around 50 to 100 sign-up offers that total together to just near of £1,000 in profit. However, once you've completed all of these sign-up offers, the fun doesn't stop there, because these bookies then offer you reload offers. So during the week or at the weekends, say if there's a Champions League night football, a darts event on, they'll give you a promotion such as if you bet £10 with us, we'll give you a £10 free bet to try and incentivize people to keep betting. Now, many of our users do this along with a number of other strategies that you can learn along the way, making £400 to £1,000 in profit every month incredibly realistic, with some of our users doing in excess of £1,000 every month. So again, if you are new to match betting and want to get started, simply head over to our website, aiprofit.uk. I've also attached a link in the description which will take you straight there. Now, our free tier will walk you through the offer I showed you earlier to get you profiting today, and from there you can start making your way through the 40 plus different sign-up offers and keep profiting. So to summarize this video, match betting is not a secret. There are already thousands of people doing it every single day, and those that aren't simply just haven't fully understood the process yet. So once you get your head around the process, process, you can start to understand how this is the most reliable source of online income in the UK. And most importantly, you don't have to get started on your own. We already have thousands of people using AI Profit and a Discord community where you can get help from people who have been match betting for years. So if you want to get started or simply speed things up, that's exactly what we're here for. So if you do have any questions, simply drop them in the comments below and I will try to reply to all of them.